All right, this video is going to do two things. We're going to change our sound on our chords, and we're going to make some drums. This bass is for later. So we have our chords. I'm going to click on this dot here. I am going to choose Massive X, instrument that is more appropriate for this genre. There's some very cool sounds in here, but I'm going to keep it somewhat simple. This is where your sound is displayed. You can click on the arrow and just kind of put other sounds in. But if you click here, you can kind of go to the browser, and I'm going to go to not bass. I'm going to go to pad. And I think the one that I found was Can You Feel? Double click. And, you know, it's a pad. It sounds pretty good. It's going to let us do something later that I want to do. I had found some very cool things that were also detuning and causing all kinds of problems. So we're not going to do that. So we've changed to a pad. Now we're going to make some drums. And what I chose was the In the House kit. So I've made a stereo instrument track. I've inserted battery. I have the In the House kit. I don't like that drum, so I'm going to swap it by dragging 6 to 1. I'm going to end up using both of these. I'm going to use that. I'm not going to use that. Nope. I think I want that, so I'm going to move that up just to be closer. I don't like that shaker, but it's okay. Maybe I'll come to that for fun. But anyways, this style of music, this genre, is known very much for its trance-like drum patterns that just kind of keep going and building. So I'm put it, and what they're really known for is the 4 on the floor, 4x4 kick drum pattern. So I am putting 4 kicks. Each kick goes on the quarter note. I'm going to option click, and I like both of these two together. Okay, so fairly straightforward. I'm just going to keep things organized because what I want you to end up with is 4 different patterns, each playing for a measure, for 2 measures. So in fact, let me think of it this way. I'm going to highlight these, and I'm going to hit duplicate. So I now have 2 measures of just kick drum. I'm going to come here where it says drums, and I'm going to call it kick. And I'm going to duplicate that. And then for this one that starts at measure 3, I'm going to add that closed hi-hat on the and of each beat. So this is 1 E and a, 2 E and a. So on the and, I'm going to bring those velocities up. And when it says kick right here, I'm going to call this kick plus hi-hat. And I'm going to duplicate that. And here I'm going to have a little bit of fun. I'm looking for a shaker here, and I don't want to do this every time. So my approach to this is always kind of thinking about where will this thing kind of sit and be heard. If I just put it on top of the hi-hat, you're not going to hear it. All right, so now I have kind of Those happen to be loud. I might bring them down, although I'll be mixing them later if I separate them. Okay, this one I'm going to say hi-hat plus perks. And I'm going to duplicate it one more time. And this time, I'm going to put a clap on beats 2 and 4. I'll bring that one up. So you can't hear it when it's on top. Anyhow, very simply, did I add the clap to this? And why do I want to keep this organized like this? Because I'm not going to, this is not how I want my song to be. I might have this kick drum go for 16 measures. So if I just, I can delete these and start thinking this through, and then I go, oh, I want the hi-hat now, and I can just bring it in from my clip list. Okay, but for now, what I want you to have is 8 measures of drums. So essentially 4 2-measure patterns that are only subtly different. The last one should have something on 2 and 4 to give us that backbeat. One of them should have some perks, just a hi-hat and the kick, and just the kick. Bounce it out.